Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I will present to you about the final project Csc128, which is the mini project for this semester. We are from class J4 EN 110 3R3. First, I will introduce to you our group members. First is Khairul Noliana binti Khairul Asaleh, which is our leader. The second is Nur Amirah binti Zulkifli. The third is Nuzainul Arifin bin Nujaib, and the last one is Adam Rizan bin Muhammad Arif. Okay, for the project background, we have decided to choose and to build the system that the SPM tutor class online is to sign, and the system, the objective is to sign up for SPM's course subject or tuition in online. There is 3 optional of class to be chosen by the students or the user according to their interests. The 3 optional class or subject is physics, biology, and the chemistry, and there are only subjects that available to register. Okay, for the list of codes, the selections part, for the first is multiple ways, which is the F is a statement. The users can have 2 or more choice to make the decision in the system. There is some example from our coding in C++ software. As if statement. For the second one is the switch statement. The switch case statement do not require the evaluation of logical expression compared with else if statement, for which is the previous one. The switch structure contains constant expression. The switch statement also have the reverse words, which are the switch, case, break, and default. And the constant expression will be evaluated at first in the structure, and last, the break is used to immediately exit from the switch structure. And there are the examples that I took from our coding in C++. We do see the switch, words, the case, the break, and the default in these pictures. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Khairul Noliana. I will be presenting repetition. In this programming, there will be 2 types of loop used. The first is the pre-test loop, while loop sentinel control. The second one is the post-test loop, do while loops flag control. The first loop that I will be presenting is pre-test loop, while loop sentinel control. The LCV stands for loop control variable, which is used to control the number of times statements execute. So in the programming here, there is an initial LCV asking user to give input. Then the test LCV have expression inside parentheses is used to test the input given. If the input local variable used is not capital letter Y, it is true. The body of loop will be executed because the question given for user is whether they agree to quit the system after displaying list of SPM subjects. This loop will end when user give input or update of loop control variable capital letter Y, which is false. Users is actually agreeing to quit the coding and output of thank you and have a blessed day and study hard to do good and the good life will come out. The to output is at the beginning of the programming to know if user agree to use the system after looking at the list of SPM subjects. If insert alphabet N, the programming will start, but if alphabet Y is insert, the system will end. Next, this output is to show the loop after showing the receipt details. If insert alphabet N, the loop will happen, repeating the same process. But if alphabet Y, the loop will stop. The second loop is pause test loop. The do while loop will have statement execute first and then the expression will be evaluated. As long as the expression is true, the statements will be continue to execute until the expression is false coming from the statements of loop body. So, to control the loop, the flag control is used where Boolean variable control the loop. Based on the coding, the variable boolean n is false. Since the do while loop is inside the while loop, nested, the while loop must be true. Just then, the statement of do while can be executed, following by the question of would you like to fill another form. If user give input of variable option capital N, the expression will be false. Hence, the do while loop stop. Then the statement out of do while will be executed. However, if input is capital Y, the loop will continue where user can choose again starting from selecting SPM subject. This output show if alphabet N is entered, the loop will stop, but if Y is insert, the loop will happen. Furthermore, counter can be found in the coding inside the do while loop. Based on the example in the slide, it is used to find the number of physics class for trial class of Form 4. This counter have a value of 0, but it will be increasing by adding 1 as long as the loops execute and the user choose the same selection. This is the output for counter based on the example of physics for trial class of Form 4 is chosen.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Zainul Arifin bin Nurjaib. My matrix number is 2018672302. I'm from group J4EM1103R3 in subject Csc128. Today I will explain about void function and return value function with parameter in our mini project. Void function, also known is a non-return value function. It is usually to declare or and execute a statement to perform specific tasks. There are two types of void function that we can find, which are void function without parameter and void function with parameter. This is the example for void function without parameter. Void function on name, in bracket there's nothing or parameter inside it. And for void function with parameter, for example, is void calculation total integer x, integer y. Integer x or integer y here is a parameter. Next, I will continue about parameter. There are two types of parameter, which are value parameter and reference parameter. The parameter is a ways how calling functions and called function are communicated. This is the example in our mini project coding for void function with parameter and void function without parameter. For example, for void function with parameter in our mini project is a void intername char. Char here is a parameter. Same with the inter number in an inter email. For void function without parameter, there is void title program. In bracket, there's nothing or no parameter inside it. Same with the select menu and also with the subjects. Next, I will explain about return value function with parameter. Return value function is a function that completing its assigned task to return precisely one value to calling function. The purpose of return value function is to use it for further calculation or process. This is the example of return value function with parameter. And in our mini project coding, the return value function with parameter, as we can see, is on float fee. In bracket, there are 4 parameter, which are float, 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 float. And that's why it's a called return value function with parameter. In conclusion, return value function with parameter and with void function can easily be found in a programming or coding easily. I hope you can understand what I'm trying to present. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Amira binti Zulkifli, ID number 2019442564. So now I will present and explain a bit about a function and about our coding. So my part is return value function without parameter and function with parameter passing by reference. So return value function without parameter. This is our example of coding. So this is integer calculation T, which is function declaration, return value function without parameter. And the second one is this one, total C equals to calculation T. This is also we call as calling function, which is return value function without parameter. And next, function with parameter passing by reference. Okay, so to receive and store the address of the corresponding actual parameter, the reference parameter is actually to receive and also to store the address of the corresponding actual parameter. And then we use parameter passing. We use parameter reference in 3 situations. First, when passing the address can save memory, space, and time. And second, returning more than one value. And third, changing the actual parameter. So in a formal parameters need to change the value of an actual parameter. In the function heading need to declare the formal parameter as a reference parameter. So let's see the example of our coding. This one. So in line number 8, float an integer. We assume the function is parameter reference. And next, total P equals to this total fee and total class. Okay, this is also the example of function with parameter reference. So that's all from me. Thank you so much.